All right, ready to clap?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Namaste. Hey, everybody, welcome back. All right. Holy crap. I'm so excited about this one. We just recorded our last two of the Halloween show, and Mason's still up for doing more, and he suggested we do our first Tom Waits song.
Yeah.
And this is great because James, I just introduced him to this song,
Yep.
about a month ago?
Maybe not even that.
Maybe not even that.
Yeah.
So this is very fresh for him.
Yeah.
And to my shock, he likes it.
No, I don't like it. I love this song. I can't stop listening to it.
All right.
So the reason I kind of wanted to do this is right away is I had the energy to keep going. But the way we got into this with Justin introducing me to this song is I was talking about Marilyn Manson, the atmosphere he has, and
right.
And I can't remember which song we were talking about, but it had this really kind of plodding drum beat. And Justin said something along the lines like, "Yeah, it's very Tom Waits-esque." And I was like, "Who's Tom Waits?" And so he sent me this song, and I've listened to it at least once a day since. Like, I can't stop listening to it. And I absolutely love it.
So, for those who don't know who Tom Waits is a legendary singer-songwriter that goes all the way back to the early 70s. And he's going strong even today. I shouldn't say even today. I think his last album was maybe 8 years ago. But most of the stuff that I like and James likes, the stuff that he's responded to, has been the stuff in his last few albums where his voice is fucking destroyed and he's compensated by adding so much more atmosphere and incorporating a lot of the rhythmic stuff that he kind of developed particularly in the early 80s. I feel like he stepped away from more of the ballady singer-songwriter stuff and started incorporating a lot of rhythm-based stuff and playing around with atmosphere, doing claps far away from the microphone, getting really close with snaps, like anything like that to kind of create a fucked up rhythm. This guy's been championing and innovating in that space for a long time. Mm-hmm. And I think at this point the voice and his musical impulses have kind of combined in this perfect sense where it all clicks together really well as long as the song is good. And with this particular song, I think it really hits Mason's taste and mine. It feels heavy metal without being anything like heavy metal. There's a certain grit and power to it that and then energy to it that makes it hits me the same way a Metallica song would hit me, but obviously sounding nothing like a Metallica song. And that's what impresses me the most. I'm really, really excited to do this. And where I found this song, I was not introduced to Tom Waits by The Punisher, but this particular song, I was watching The Punisher. Punisher is my favorite comic book hero from childhood. That was my number one. I have more comic books from The Punisher than any other one. And so to my dismay, all the Punisher movies, even go back to the 80s Dolph Lundgren Punisher. The blonde-haired Russian dyes his hair black. Oh, God. I watched them all. And, enjoyed them a little bit because I'm just so into this character. And so it's great that Netflix finally did it right. And here we go, the first episode of the first season of The Punisher. We wait the whole episode for the Punisher to finally hit somebody. And the second he grabs that sledgehammer and knocks that guy in the leg, this song kicks on, and it gave me chills, man. I was like, wait, is that Luce? I was like, is that Tom Waits? Oh my God. I know that voice. Yeah, so I was so excited. And of course I went back and listened to the song like, wow, what a powerful song to put into the Punisher, because the whole Netflix series really leans on the whole thing of veterans coming back from the Iraq War, come back from the Afghanistan War, struggling with PTSD, and that is what this song is all about. And so this song encapsulates, this song really captures that vibe and that concept, and something that I think our society and our generation of young men really, really struggled with. And man, it's just he knocks it out of the park with this one. I'm so excited to do it. So.
Bomb made me deaf. A Humvee mechanic put his Kevlar on wrong. I guarantee you'll meet up at the suicide bomb. Hell broke loose. Hell broke loose. Big fucking ditches in the middle of the road. You pay $100 just for filling in the hole. Listen to the general every goddamn word. How many ways can you polish up a turd? And left, right, hell.
Man, one of the things I really love about this is how normal people talk.
Yeah.
This is not a super intellectual Bob Dylan-esque creed about war and its effects on society. This is literally, it's soldier talk.
Yeah.
Listen to the general every goddamn word. How many ways can you polish up a turd? I mean, the blunt crudeness of these lines, it really touches with, just everyday guy talk. You got six beers in you. You're not being articulate. You're just kind of, ranting. Yeah. It's great.
That's one of the things I really like about this song is, in my head, I almost feel like the parts where he's not saying hell broke loose are like the soldier's normal everyday life. And then hell broke loose, and in my mind I immediately think that's when the IED goes off next to the truck that they're in. And it's like I imagine, I'm not a soldier, I didn't deploy or anything, but I imagine that like it had to be crazy in the sense that like it was normal life. You were driving very military big ass trucks and everything, but like it was normal, it was routine, and then out of nowhere hell broke loose and things went crazy, and you start reflecting on like the normal parts of life, and like I don't know, it's just like that's the part of the song that it gets me. And
well, it's also really clever phrasing, because hell broke loose, it's not loose as in Loose. Luce is a name.
Yeah,
it's the name of the narrator. It's the name of the soldier. So hell broke the soldier, but also hell broke loose.
Yeah,
it's a great double meaning there. I think it's really clever. Really clever.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get back to it. Ah, shoot. All right, let's get a little bit ahead there.
Yeah.
All right.
Left, right, hell broke loose. Hell broke loose. Hell broke loose. How is it that the only ones responsible for making this mess got the sorry asses able to a goddamn desk? And hell broke loose. Hell broke loose. Left, right. What did you do before the war? I was a chef. And what was your name? It was Jeff. I lost my buddy and I wept. I come down from the meth, so I slept. I had a good home, but I left.
Man, I love that line. I came down from the meth and I slept. One of the things I've read into over the last few years is how much the military has utilized drugs to enhance the soldiers on the battlefield, and I just love that he captured that in this song, man.
Yeah,
It's just great.
I was watching like a World War II documentary not too long ago, like maybe 6 months ago, and I found out that during Blitzkrieg, the opening phases of World War II, the Germans did give their soldiers meth, or a version of meth, and like it was like that's one of the ways they were able to maintain the intensity. But then one of the side effects of meth is that it lowers your levels of empathy, so you start to not care so much about how your actions affect other people. And I was talking to somebody about that, and they were like, and like they were kind of like, yeah, lots of military still do that, wink, wink. And I was just like, okay.
Yep.
I'm like, I guess, I mean, so it's kind of crazy.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. And it's wild, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to it.
Pants did the wind for a joke. I pranced right in with the dope. Glanced at her shin, she said nope. Oh. Left, right, left. Nimrod, bodfish, have you any wool? Get me another body bag, the body bag's full. And my face was scorched. I miss my home, I miss my porch. Left, right, left. Can I go home in March? My
So, this is the part of the song where I feel like it could lose some people. Do we need the machine gun sounds? I was very happy to hear you say you actually really like that part, because so do I.
I think it really hammers home the whole I miss my porch. Can I go home in March? Like the homesick. And then it's just like I think that it's a really good way in a song to remind you where this person is right now. You know what I mean? And so I really like it. I think it's a really good way to punctuate it and you know, remind you it's a war song. He's in a war zone, and those feelings of homesickness and missing your home and just wanting to go back have got to be very, very real. I go through a range of emotions listening to the song, and I think that's why I like it so much.
Hell yeah, I'm right with you. And I love the guitar work on it.
Yeah.
So great. All right, let's keep going.
My stance was a chin full of smoke.
Sorry, I want to do the machine gun effects one more time. Yeah.
Bull, get me another body bag, the body bag's full, and my face was scorched. I miss my home, I miss my porch. Left, right, left. Can I go home in March? My stance was a chin full of soap. That rancid dinner with the Pope. And left, right, left. Cali Prosciutto got his thumbs blown off. Sergio's developing a real bad cough. Sergio's developing a real bad cough. And hell broke loose. Hell broke loose. Hell broke loose.
The beatboxing.
Yeah.
He's doing beatboxing with his mouth in the right channel.
Yeah.
God, this song is genius, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely genius. You strip away the words. The music backdrop. I feel like he's creating a whole new genre here.
Yeah. It's another one of the reasons I think I can't stop listening to it is there's just so much to hear. And like I remember I didn't quite catch the zombie thing until you typed something to me when we were talking about it, and now I can't unhear it, and I'm like hearing it throughout the song and stuff. And I'm just like, man, there's so many layers. There's so much to hear in this song.
Let's get back to it.
Boom went his heavyweight and boom went Bowery. Oh, what the hell was it that the president said? Give them all a beautiful parade instead. And left, right, left. Well, I was over here and never got to vote.
Yeah. And I love the end of that song. The last set of lyrics, I think, does such a good job of, in a short, succinct manner, just kind of like bringing up a lot of the problems faced by soldiers when they come back. I'm home and I'm blind and I'm broke. What comes next?
It
And
never fails to give me goosebumps every
yeah.
time. Every time.
And
The
then,
way that go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I love the way he prefaces it first. With the "I left my arm in my coat." What a great set of great set of words again to very succinctly describe in a visual, visceral way coming home with wounds.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
I mean, like it does it so well, and then talking about like America getting to vote and his mom dying while he's overseas. It's like, so you come back wounded, you missed so much of life, and then you get home and you've got nothing. What's next? Like he does it it hits so hard, and it's so well done. And again, the range of emotions throughout the song is like the way that ends is heartbreaking. And for anyone who's been following this channel, I tend to really like heartbreaking music. So,
Man, what gets it for me is you go through this song's intense. The whole way through it's intense, right? And the way he's singing sounds intense. Like you feel like your throat is disintegrating if you were to try to match that intensity.
Mhm.
And then on these final lines, somehow he's like doubled the intensity, right?
Yeah.
And I just picture him like nailing those final lines and then just kind of like
Yeah.
just like he's done for the rest of the day. And
Now, speaking of his voice, I think that one of the things I really like about it is that he sounds like I imagine a veteran soldier would sound like. Like the stereotypical veteran soldier. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, when someone says Marine, I think Arlie Emery from Full Metal Jacket, and when someone says Army soldier, I this is the type of voice that tends to come to mind to me. So
yeah. Well, it's hyper masculine.
yeah,
And
I love
not
that.
just a great song. One of the best songs I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah.
Hands down.
And Tom Waits is a very talented guy. He's not only great musician, he's also in movies. So I had to work this in there somehow. So looking through his discography on Spotify, I was like, man, that guy looks familiar. Yeah, he is. I believe Rehnquist is his name in Bram Stoker's Dracula, and he's the mental patient. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, yep, that's it. So he's been in a couple of movies, and that's the one that is most notable to me.
Man, I'm so happy we did that one. Hopefully we'll do some more Tom Waits. I would love to do more because I don't know enough about the guy. I could learn a lot. The first time I heard Tom Waits was I was co-host on a radio show back in college, and I was like, what the fuck are you playing? And my co-host put it on, and I was like, no. But he swore by it, and at this point I'm like, well, I get it now, but I don't know enough. I don't know enough, so I would love to learn more.
Yeah. Do you remember what song it was?
I don't. I've been trying to find it for a long time. I can remember the beat a little bit, but I can't find that song. It was before these two albums that I really liked.
Okay.
It was before that came out. Those two came out, so I don't know what the hell it was from. But I was like, hearing that voice for the first time, you're like, what the? It takes you got to get a taste for it, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. It was funny. I remember when I first listened to the first song you sent me, I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool, but man, I don't think I could handle that voice on like a regular. And now I've listened to Hell Broke Loose once a day, at least every day since.
I think I sent you Hoist That Rag first.
Yeah, I think
Hoist
so.
That Rag.
Yeah. His voice is a little bit harsher in that one, I think. So,
think
if I
so?
remember correctly, I don't
Interesting. Just on the chorus.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That was great.
Yeah.
I'm Justin. That's James. Deep dive, y'all. See you later.